I just built a $500,000 dividend portfolio from scratch, and I'm showing you the exact allocation, every ETF, every percentage, and why I chose them. This isn't theory. This is real money I'm investing right now. The goal? About $18,000 in dividend income in year 1, growing to over $35,000 annually by year 10, without adding another dollar. I'm using 4 carefully selected ETFs to balance growth, income, and stability. I'll break down the percentages, the strategy behind each fund, and the tax approach that makes it work. If you're investing toward $500,000, this is your blueprint. Here's what we're covering. First, I'll reveal the complete portfolio breakdown with exact dollar amounts and percentages for each ETF. Then, I'll explain the strategy behind each position, why I chose these specific funds, and how they work together. Next, I'll show you the projected income for year 1, year 5, and year 10, including dividend growth projections. Finally, I'll cover the account structure, tax optimization, and the rebalancing strategy that keeps this portfolio performing over decades. By the end, you'll have a complete roadmap you can adapt to your own situation, whether you have $50,000, $500,000, or $5 million. Quick disclaimer before we dive in. This is my personal portfolio strategy based on my situation, risk tolerance, and goals. It's educational content, not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Your circumstances are different from mine. Tax laws vary, markets change, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Always consult with qualified financial and tax professionals before making major investment decisions. This is what I'm doing. You need to decide what's right for you. All right, here's the complete $500,000 allocation. Position 1, $200,000 in SCHD, 40% of the portfolio. This is my foundation. SCHD focuses on high-quality dividend growth companies and currently yields about 3.6%, generating roughly $7,200 per year. But the real power is growth. Historically, dividends grow around 12% annually. That means the income keeps rising without adding new money. Low expense ratio, strong companies, and reliable cash flow make this my core holding. Position 2, $150,000 in VTI, 30%. VTI tracks the entire U.S. stock market with over 3,500 companies. The yield is low at about 1.4%, giving around $2,100 annually, but this isn't for income, it's for growth. Historically, the total market returns about 10% per year. SCHD produces income, while VTI builds long-term wealth and diversification. Position 3, $100,000 in JEPI, 20%. JEPI focuses on high current income using covered calls. Yield is around 7 to 8%, producing roughly $7,500 to $8,000 per year. Yes, upside is limited and taxes are less favorable, but this provides strong cash flow today. SCHD grows income, VTI grows value, and JEPI pays immediately. Position 4, $50,000 in BND, 10%. BND is the stability layer. Yield is about 4 to 5%, adding around $2,250 annually. Bonds reduce volatility and act as protection during market crashes, giving me capital to rebalance when stocks fall. Final allocation, 40% SCHD, 30% VTI, 20% JEPI, 10% BND. Total $500,000. Now let's talk about income, what this portfolio actually pays. Year 1. Total dividend income is about $19,050 per year. SCHD gives $7,200, VTI $2,100, JEPI $7,500, and BND $2,250. That equals roughly $1,587 per month, or about $1,350 after taxes. Real spendable cash flow. Year 5. Income grows to around $28,500 annually. SCHD rises to about $11,500 thanks to dividend growth. VTI grows to $2,700. JEPI stays near $7,500, and BND around $2,800. That's roughly $2,375 per month, or about $2,020 after taxes, a 50% increase without investing more money. Year 10. Projected income reaches about $42,000 yearly. SCHD alone produces roughly $22,400. VTI pays $3,500, JEPI still near $7,500, and BND about $3,100. That equals around $3,500 monthly, nearly $3,000 after taxes, enough to cover basic living costs for many people. And remember, this assumes zero new contributions. If you reinvest dividends or add money, the income grows much faster. Even without that, the portfolio more than doubles its income in 10 years. Now let's talk taxes, because account structure matters. I split the $500,000 into two account types for efficiency. $350,000 goes into a taxable brokerage account, SCHD, VTI, and BND. These funds are tax-friendly. SCHD and VTI pay qualified dividends, taxed at lower long-term capital gain rates, not normal income tax. Depending on income, that can be 0%, 15%, or 20%. BND produces interest taxed as ordinary income, but it's only 10% of the portfolio, so the impact stays small. $150,000 goes into a Roth IRA. This is where JEPI sits. JEPI pays income that's often taxed like regular salary. Inside a Roth IRA, that problem disappears. The income grows tax-free, and withdrawals are tax-free in retirement. If you can't fit it into a Roth, it still works in taxable, just with lower after-tax yield. The strategy is simple. Keep tax-efficient funds in taxable accounts and tax-inefficient income inside tax-advantaged accounts. If you qualify for the 0% dividend bracket, you may pay no federal tax on SCHD and VTI income at all. Even at 15%, it's far lower than normal income tax. Good placement alone can save thousands every year. If you want my full portfolio tracking spreadsheet showing how to apply this strategy for $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, or $1 million, plus my rebalancing calculator and dividend projection tool, I share all of that with channel members. Members also get quarterly portfolio updates with real performance numbers, early video access, and a private community discussing strategies like this every day. Click the join button below or the link in the description. It costs less than 1 share of SCHD per month, and the tools can help you build a serious dividend portfolio. I'd love to see you inside. Let's talk rebalancing and the biggest mistakes to avoid. I rebalance once per year, every January. I check the allocation and bring it back to the 40%, 30%, 20%, 10% target within a 5% range. If SCHD grows to 45%, I trim it and add to underweight positions like BND or JEPI. If VTI drops during a correction, I buy more while it's cheap. This automatically forces me to sell high and buy low. I don't rebalance during normal swings, only during extreme market events. Now, the common mistakes. First, chasing yield. Seeing JEPI at high yield and putting most of the portfolio there destroys balance. Second, panic selling. Market crashes are normal. Selling locks in losses, but dividends continue even when prices fall. Third, ignoring taxes. Placing tax-inefficient funds in taxable accounts can cost huge money over time. Fourth, not rebalancing. Letting one fund dominate increases risk. Fifth, spending every dividend early. Reinvest some income in the early years to accelerate growth, then spend it later once income targets are reached. Follow the system. Discipline matters more than stock picking. Quick recap: $500,000 portfolio. 40% SCHD for dividend growth, 30% VTI for market growth, 20% JEPI for high income, and 10% BND for stability. Year 1 income, about $19,050, or $1,587 monthly. Year 10 income, about $42,000, or $3,500 monthly. Tax optimized, rebalanced yearly, and built for long-term investing. This mix fits investors who want income now and growth later. Younger investors may hold more VTI for growth, while retirees may increase SCHD and JEPI for income. The key principles stay the same. Balance growth, income, stability, manage taxes, and stay invested during crashes. What allocation would you choose? Comment below. I read them all. Subscribe for more portfolio strategies, and I'll see you in the next video.